Hey, welcome, Team ELYT. ELYT, what a great name. Elite travelers, getting travel at wholesale, going on 2 and 3 day little trips to get away from it all, enjoy with your squeeze or your best buddy or best friend and or friends at the unbelievable prices. I don't know if anybody's kind of tickled around with that travel portal lately, but you need to. I know we're ground floor, and ground floor means something. That means opportunity, everyone. I've been in this business of network marketing for 32 years, and ground floor is where it's at in any business. Now, you have trials and tribulations. You got to go through the rough spots. So if you can't take this thing going wrong and this thing getting corrected and that thing getting corrected. Well, ground floor is not for you, and neither is great opportunity because that's what you've got to do. So I'm just saying it like it really is. Okay. Every company's got to go through its learning curve. I've been with two ground floor companies and it made me a multimillionaire. It gave me time, freedom, wealth. I didn't get a residual out of either one. I'm 79. Guess what I'm doing? Ground floor. Okay. Why? Well, I've shared with everybody my why. I want to leave a legacy for my children's children. And leaving a legacy means leaving them a business. Anybody can leave stuff. I can leave them gold, and I can leave them silver, I can leave them land, I can leave them homes, I can leave them real homes. We got all that stuff. But that's not a legacy. That's stuff. A legacy is for my children's children to be able to have a business that's going. They can step into it and make it even bigger and better than Papa did. Okay, if they choose to do it, that's a true legacy. And I'll just love this industry. It's the greatest industry that ever existed in mankind. It's mini franchising. You can start a business for under $1,500. You spend about $150 a month. And if you're at the right place at the right time with the right market, the right condition, right time, and right leadership team. Oh, yes, I said a key word. Right leadership team. You know, people that are successful in network marketing, even the ones that's made it big, okay, the masters, and I'm talking about people who made $1 million per year, multiple years in a row. That's a master in this industry. And there's quite a few of us. I mean, when you look around all types of industries and franchise, we got the greatest percentage of that than any other industry out there. And I wish they'd have a statistic on that because it would be mind boggling. Because it doesn't matter what your background, what your experience is. So yes, this is going to be a little bit of onboarding, but if that didn't light your fire, then maybe time, freedom, wealth isn't what you're for. Maybe you're just for some of the real benefits. This is what I call a no-brainer program. Now let me explain why I call it a no-brainer program. Everybody likes to take at least 1 or 2 vacations a year. Why not get the vacation at about half price? And you be able to choose from a multitude of exquisite elite places. And why not pay a little down payment on it every month? So at the end of the year, you'll have a choice of 30 to 40 different vacations to choose from that you can take, and you don't have to put any more money out. You get paid for. It's already paid for. And if you'd have waited to book it, then you would have had to pay about maybe even twice what you were paying because you paid a down payment for it all year long. You paid $175 for it for 12 months in a row. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. Now, if you want to add an affiliate fee and become an IBO, an independent business owner, where you can participate in a comp plan and pay $17 a month, and make a total of 192 plus tax and whatever it is in your particular state and location. Well, not only you're prepaying your vacation, but then you also, as a member, that 175 or the 192, you get access to wholesale travel. Now I'm talking about real wholesale travel. I'm talking about where you can book hotels, where you can book little 2 or 3 day exquisite vacations, little getaways at the lowest possible price in the marketplace. I haven't found one that could be beat yet. Now, of course, it's kind of young. I'm looking, maybe we'll find one or two, but hey, that's the exception. Let's look at what goes on all the time. That's reality. That's why I call this a no-brainer. Because if you get in, and even if you're just a customer, and I'm doing a little bit of the comp plan here before I do the onboarding. If you're just a customer and you're paying 175 a month, and you refer 3 people who do the same thing. Maybe you got a clique, you got a club, you got some bestest friends. Y'all take a vacation once a year. Y'all do something that's kind of different. I know my son and his whole high school graduates, they got a group of about 4 or 5 of them. They go on a trip once a year, the guys. Guess what their wives do? They go on a trip once a year. Guess who was a customer of mine? My first customer, my youngest son. And his wife loves the program more than he does. Okay. This is pretty cool. And so, and I didn't even talk to him about the income opportunity yet. I don't want to. I got a customer. He's happy. He's fine. And so I got a customer, and that's how I got a customer. I just told him about it. Just told him the same things I just articulated to each and every one of you. So why is it a no-brainer? Well, I get to count it as an income producing, as a 1099 home-based business. A 1099 home-based business, that means I get to write off all these things. So my vacations become business trips. They become train vacations. I'm going to train whoever I'm going to go on vacation with, even if it's just my bestest friend, my wife. Okay. As long as she's not a member, guess what? She can have a membership too. That's what I told my daughter-in-law. She can have a membership too, not just her hubby. Anyway, look, no brainer. $192 a month. And if you enroll 3 people just like you do, they're IBOs. They're paying 192. They're paying them 175 plus the 17. And you enroll 3 people. They have the easiest, simplest comp plan I've ever seen in the network marketing world, and a binary comp plan. And it pays out the most that I've ever seen. And I've designed the binary comp plans, helped and consulted in industry for over 10 years in the industry with companies with binaries. And I can just tell you from an expert's opinion, that's basically what I was labeled. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that this is the simplest plan I've ever seen for what you do. You compare it to any other program, none of them are going to give you the benefits that you get out of this program. Okay. And believe me, you're going to meet new people. And I've been teaching gold and silver for over 40 years. And many years I taught it for free. But I'm going to tell everybody they need a gold and silver account in this sucker too. Okay. Now, why am I talking about that? Well, I believe in sound money, and I believe in a sound money account. I want to have an ELYT card with a QR code on it. And I want it to talk about ELYT travel and the benefits, real short and sweet words, real quick. And I want a QR code that goes to where? Your referral link to your ELYT travel, ELYTlifestyle.com share page. On the back of that card, I want a Sound Money wallet referral link. So these don't conflict. That's an affiliate program. This is a networking program. Zero conflict. And people making money need gold and silver. So I'm going to tell you that right up front here. Okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then ask Todd, ask me. We'll be happy to tell you about that. Okay. So let's get into kind of welcome to the team on board. Okay. The things that you need to know about real quick uh, on ELYT Travel is number one, we have our own team band app. It's ELYT Soaring Eagles team. And so it's by invite only. And so when you get a team member that's part of your ELYT team, or and I would say share it with customers also. Okay, anyone that is an affiliate IBO or a customer, share the band app. It's information, and information is free, and it's not being pushed on anyone. But if you want to earn an income, you want to grow in this, and you want to rank up in this program, and you want to make that kind of walkaway income, then it becomes a necessity. Okay, is get yourself. So I'm gonna share my page real quick here to show you that particular uh, before, since I got this up and I did talk about it, I'm going to share this real quick, get this out of the way. And I've been meaning to share this with Todd this week, and I forgot to yesterday when we were coordinating. But on the back of your ELYT card, I want to do something like this. But while you're enjoying your ELYT vacation, get yourself a free sound money account. So see what I'm talking about? Doesn't matter what you're doing, what business you're in, what you do, you can advertise your ELYT travel on the back of any card and have a QR code that goes to where? Your share link to your gold and silver account. Okay, so that's the back of the card. Let me stop this share. Let's go to where, and by the way, copies of these cards, everything will be on the band app. Now, we don't have our ELYT card design yet. That's what I've got some ideas. I've already drafted a few things. I'm going to give them to Todd. We're going to get a card design. We're going to get some QR codes. We're going to get that taken care of. And so let's go to that band app. And let me go find it. Got to find a page that they'll let me share with. And I'm sorry, it's sharing slow. So I'm going to go over here to band app. Now, of course, that's the splash page for the gold and silver. That's where we like to take that QR code on the back. And we're going to go to band app here. Come on. Hopefully I'm not frozen out here. Huh, not letting me share. Not letting me click on the page. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay, here's our ELYT Lifestyle Soaring Eagles band app. And on the band app, you'll be able to invite other members to it strictly by that little invite button, which you can send them an email, a link, or you can send them an SMS text message, but only you can invite them. So when you become a member, you want to make sure that all your members and customers are a member of this ELYT uh, Lifestyle Soaring Eagles team, which includes all training. It includes upcoming events. So let's go to an upcoming event like the ELYT Lifestyle Training Todd does. We'll go to the Tuesdays and Thursdays, either one of them, but you can click on that link. You click on it, it's going to bring up the link that you have, the uh, passcode, and the time, and giving different times. Todd does his in Eastern Standard Time. I do mine in Central. But if we do this, we get to see, and everybody can attend these. If you're in your phone, these things are stacked. In the computer, like we're on, it's on band.us. It's not band.com. It's band.us. But you can't go there and search for this and become a member of it. It is by invitation only. So don't go to band.us first, become a member on your phone on the app first, and then you can go and log in at band.us and you will find this done. But if you notice on to the right, far right, upcoming events, and Todd's looking at it on the events calendar, but right there, you can click on any event underneath there, and it's going to give you the full details of that training, the link, the code, the times, everything. And you can copy and paste and send that by text or email to people you would like to invite to these. And I encourage you to do that on a continuing basis. If you're attending a training, for example, and you've got 3 or 4 members, but they're not attending the trainings with you, then you should start copying and paste and sending that to them at least an hour or so before the training starts. It'd be good if you send it the day before and then also send them a reminder about an hour before it starts. That'd be the way to handle this. The other thing that we're going to do is go to the post section, Todd.
Real
Click.
quick, Bob, before I do that, I went in and fixed all of these. So every time zone we're operating in for our team anyway, you don't have to try to do math anymore. It's just pick your time.
Good deal.
And then I'm going to, after we get off this call, before next Tuesdays and Thursdays, I did this one already for Tuesday. I didn't copy it, I don't think, over to Thursday. Oh, wait, I did. So they're all in there effective this week going forward. The actual time zones are there. Number
Right.
two,
And well,
go
all you
ahead.
have to do to do this, Todd, is do it on one. And when you edit, say it occurs for all occurring,
I did
recurring
that.
things. And then it'll post in all of them. You won't have to do
Yep.
anything.
I just had to do the Saturday separate because it's a different time. I couldn't
That's
copy
right.
it. So I
That's right.
got that taken care of. Number two, today there's one of these starting in an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to recommend to everybody find a way to jump into that training today. I've refreshed the whole thing. It's new. And there's some great information in there that you're going to want to hear so you know what you're sending people to going forward. Okay, now where do you want me to go, Bob?
Go to post. Okay. And this little training here, which again is kind of on board to tell everybody where they need to go. But if you notice the very top, scroll back to the top, you're going to see notice. You see notice right under where, and before I don't click on anything, but just stay right there at the top. You could post here, but you cannot post. We do not allow anyone to post in here. It's only Todd and I. This is all information. This is not a social media thing. And there is a chat function. If you'll see right under upcoming events, if you can chat with Todd, I, or anybody else that are a member of this, y'all can chat with each other and it doesn't mess up all the training and information because after a while it gets pretty tough in there. So if we'll go back to the post, there we go. Uh, at at that notice section, you'll see a little number in a circle. It's kind of light gray. They got a light 3 to the far right, and if you'll click on that, it'll be 3, 4, 5, 10. These are our first welcome post, and this training out here will be posted in the note. It's your most important thing. So all new people, the first thing they should do is go to that, and you should tell them they should go through and read each one of these posts in the notice section. Then scroll down below, a little bit further below, and go down further. Keep going, keep doing. Notice the Telegram, Instagram. These are for ELYT. And then it also tells you about the uh, This is ELYT Lifestyles. This is the company stuff. So now click on post again up there at the top. There we go. Now scroll down below the notice section, below to the first post. Now we're going to have different posts. Now, I saw some training that Danny Clements was doing for his team, and it's applicable to the entire team. So I posted it here to everybody in our group would be able to see what he is doing and some of the tools he's using, and we can adapt to some of his training into our training, and that's how we all grow together. So if you notice, your post or the latest post is on top, and as you scroll down through the post, so go ahead and scroll down, that is the previous training, and keep on going. There is Todd's latest training, and Todd's been giving some very detailed trainings or presentations, and you'll see Todd's recorded presentation is in here too. So if you want to, you can't drive one to a live presentation. You can use a recorded presentation to send or to watch with someone, and that helps leveraging your time. So you can scroll down through this, and this is a history. So people joining us next month, next year, they'll have this history of training. It's like a library of success. Okay. And it gives people ideas of what they can do in their business and fills in training for them when they are hungry for more information and they want to produce. And this is what the Band app is all about, is how to give the information for better duplication and better understanding and better coordination without everybody having to write 10 group text strings or sending out 100 emails to your team members. And so that's why the Band app. So this is one of the real keys in getting. The next thing I'd like to do is, let me see if I can share, see if my screen lets me share something.
Real quick, can I point to this one that's on the screen right now? Everybody get your attention there. The ELYT Soaring Eagles team conflict resolution process. This is something where I'm trying to help bridge the gap between whatever problem you've bumped into or question or whatever, and the fact that there's not a direct phone number for you to call. I'm not going to go through this right now, but I want you guys to go read this, hit the view more button there and read everything in here. You're going to be able to submit to me in writing via email. My address is in there, whatever you need help with. I will recommend that you copy, if Bob is your leader, copy Bob. If Danny Clemens is your leader, copy him. So send it to me, copy. So anybody you want to have involved with what's going on in the loop of that process. I have a direct, Jake Kevorkian, one of the founders of ELYT, and I and the head of support are in a group communication. And what I'll do is I'll copy whatever you send me and paste it in there. So we don't have to go from you to Danny to Bob to Todd to Jake to that to back to boop. It was getting a little convoluted and I couldn't keep up with what I was trying to help who with and who got answers, who didn't. So this is going to help me create tickets in my system, and it gives you instruction for what you need to do to make sure that you have the path of least resistance to getting any problem you have solved. Thanks, Bob.
Okay, great. I think we needed to do that. It was perfect timing on that one. Okay, let me see if I can share one more screen, because I like to do this at the, now it's letting me share again, thank goodness. And so if you remember, it's not letting me make it big.
I
Well,
think you're
anyway,
ready for a computer reboot, Bobby.
yeah, I probably do. But
So,
you can see the share plan, correct?
yes.
That's all that's necessary. Why do I call this a no-brainer? Okay, because all you have to do is have three people that 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 see the same thing you do. Let's say they just like they just want a free vacation and earn a little extra money every month. Okay, so all they have to do is have three people that are doing the 192. The 175 plus the 17 a month. That's $192 a month. What do they get out of it? They get a free vacation. The worst they can end up with is a free vacation at the end of the year that would cost them about half of what they would have had to pay for it if they waited and booked it when they were about ready to go a month before. Okay. So that's a pretty cool deal. Okay. But during the year, if they ever have to they need to take a little trip, need a little getaway, they get it at wholesale. So they got big savings. But what if they get three people that agree with them and do the same thing? Well, in their comp plan, all you have to do is have three actives on your left team and three actives on your right team. What's an active? People paying the 175 a month every month. That's an active. Doesn't matter if it's a customer or it's an IBO customer. Okay. So that 2 and that 1 count in this 3 and 1. So if these people just find one more person each, okay, then you got your 3 and 3. And especially if you're putting a 1 on the side that somebody sponsored you because you get overflow. Okay, somebody's so you get to count in your left and right team. You get to count gifts from above and gifts from below as long as they're active. They don't have to be personals here. This is anybody in that team. So 3 and 3 will get you a $250 check.
Hey, Bob, we can't see that on your screen. Let me
I know. I know. Can you share that?
There you go.
Can you share the just the chart? That's what I am. There we go. That'll get you $250 a month. But see, I didn't even need to see it because I already knew it. Okay. But I want to compare this to some other programs where you're spending $200 a month and you get 20 points. 20 points times 3 is 60. 20 points times 3 is 60. You wouldn't even get a check in those programs. And some of those programs that you only need 250 points on each side to get a check are some of the highest paying previous programs in network marketing in a binary. So let's say you don't have to sponsor anybody else. You just need to work with your current team, help those people, and those people they get in, duplicate this process. When you have a total of 6 on your left and 6 on your right that are active, you get a $500 check a month. Now, how much are you spending each month? $192. So now you got your vacation is free. You get 1099 tax benefits and you got extra spending money. Oh, heck, you'd pay for your transportation. Heck, you can probably travel first class to it now. Really treat yourself. But why a no-brainer? Well, if you want to make more, then you're going to have to learn a little bit about the program. You're going to have to learn to be able to share. You're going to have to learn how to do it better than just kind of like, to me, the first 2, I think anybody can do this if they would be willing to learn and try and integrate it with whatever they're doing. I think anybody can do that. And I think anybody can learn how to do that within 2 years, integrating it into what you're doing. And so why not give it a try for a year or 2? No matter what you're doing, integrate this in. Everybody loves travel. Everybody loves to save money on traveling. And why not save money and earn a little extra money to pay for your traveling? $500 extra a month and getting a free vacation once a year and it paid for it, that's the deal. Hey, look, it took nothing to get to 15 and 15. And I told you how I got my first 2 customers. Yep, I got my first 2 customers. I got my first customer, my youngest son. I still hadn't even showed him the comp plan. I don't want to. I got a customer. Heck, I might even have his wife as another customer. Her and her girlfriends. And then I got a person I do business with, just business. He never likes network marketing. He never likes talking about network marketing. But guess what? He's my customer in this. He doesn't even know it's network marketing. Oh, what fun I'm having with this program. It's a no-brainer. But look, if you really want to take this serious, like Like I know Danny Clements is taking this serious. I know Todd. I know the core box are taking this serious. I mean, they're the pumpers. They're building over there in San Antonio. And so you look at this Pinnacle Elite. All you have to do is sponsor 5 people personally on your left and right team that are active. They're doing that 192. And then you just have to have 5 customers. Hey, we can teach you how to get 5 customers. Believe me. Okay. If you get into this kind of income level, believe me, it's pretty easy to get 5 customers. Okay. And so when you exponentiate and you grow, you get your 2, you help those people get their 2. After 12 months, you got 4,096 people. If everybody's only half as good as you remember the power of exponential expansion 1 month after another month. And I did that. I did that twice in 2 businesses. And I had over 5,000 people in my business. And I think anybody can do that if you're serious and you're focused and you get with it. Okay. And you learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques in sharing. And then you learn some of the new techniques that Todd is sharing and will be sharing. I'm about to post a whole bunch of those pictures I shared with you the other day. Some of these pictures that we have for travel that we can use in social media and have little bylines. Why not travel at the best prices in there? Why not treat yourself to an elite vacation like I'm doing and have it paid for, and get the best wholesale prices in the industry? To DM me if you want more information. That kind of stuff. Getting that social media prep. But look at this. I'm going to just tell you, 5 and 5, and you get this kind of volume underneath you with gifts from above and gifts from below counting for you in terms of activity and making $1 million a month. I just looked at the last program I was in. I had to have Todd and we had to have 14 active left, 14 active right. We personally sponsored. They'd be buying about $200 a month in their product, or somewhere between $180 and $200, or a little more. And they got points. And the most we could make was 12,500 a week. That's 50,000 a month, y'all. This is $1 million a month. Now you see why I think it's a no-brainer. I hope you see what we see. I hope you join this. I hope you get plugged in. I hope you at least get free travel. Do the no-brainer part and do it with us. And then plug into all the information, all the Telegram channels that we're going to put in here and the information, and just give yourself a year to try it out. What's the worst you could come out? A free elite vacation at the end of the year. That's the worst you can come out. Okay. Todd, you want to add anything to this kind of onboarding? We're going to post into there.
No, sir. Think that was perfect. I am going to have to bounce here pretty quick. I got another thing I got to do before my training. Do you need me at all on that next call?
No,
the next
no,
section?
no. And
Okay.
Not at all. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, everybody.
See you in a bit.